Having received the rotating assembly and other engine parts from Ford Strokers, the team spent many hours test fitting and clearancing and getting the block ready to go to the machine shop.
Board out for 30 over pistons, and then on ARP main studs. We gotta have it fully torqued with the main studs in it so they can line mount it.
The goal? To more than triple the factory horsepower of this engine. One major problem that they were having is that the crank was hitting the windage tray, so they used washers to space that away. But then the windage tray started hitting the oil pan. Fortunately, Kyle knew exactly what to do.
We need Play-Doh. Where's your Play-Doh?
Any fabrication shop worthy of the name has Play-Doh in the cabinet, and this one's no exception. Franklin even knew right where it was, and soon returned with the magical stuff. The clearance was almost enough, but the end result was we had to buy a different oil pan.
You know what they should do is make aftermarket parts that fit.
The next big challenge for the team was to narrow the 1977 F-150 high-pinion Dana 44 front axle. They were narrowing it for a track width that will match the Teraflex Dana 60 that will be in the back. The Teraflex Dana 60 is about 63.5, so we cut 2 inches off the front axle to get it to 64.5.
Oh, that was pretty drama-free.
Vehicles track better, drive better, and turn sharper when the front axle is slightly wider than the rear, so this will be worth the many hours the team put in to do this.
This guy's driving. We're gonna be moving, me and Kyle.
The inner C successfully cut off. It was time to remove the piece of axle housing tube that was pressed into it. To do this, Chris first plasma gouged the piece, then put it into the press. It required nearly 2 tons of pressure, but at last, the tube popped free.
Oh!
While admiring the results of the press, Chris noticed something very interesting.
So that's galling. That's called galling. Any material can do it, including peanut butter.
Kyle also dropped some random knowledge on the team.
Polar bears have mated with the grizzly bears. They created the grizzly bears. All seasons grizzly.
Jack had some practical words of wisdom too.
You grind anything, it'll fit.
And then it was back to ultimate Tetris, this time finding a location for the Accusump. Conveniently, Jack's Bronco was parked right outside, so the team headed that way to conduct a little research.
Bronco build, powered by Papa John's.
An Accusump is an oil accumulator used in high-performance or racing engines to help maintain oil pressure and prevent oil starvation. The way Ford Strokers explains it, it's like one more piece of tape on your shipping box so maybe the contents won't spill all over the ground. The team ate a little more pizza. Franklin got the mock-up engine ready.
I'm trying to remove several years of grind so that we can not get dirty while we're working on it and feel a little bit good about our progress.
And then it was time to install the knuckles on the newly narrowed housing. The first task was to line up the inner C with the one still in its factory spot. It's important that they are aligned, but as Bobby noted,
It's a race car. We're gonna smash it on rocks.
but that's a good thing because the plan didn't work out quite as they had hoped.
Yeah, this didn't work.
You know, everybody that spends $900 on knuckles and $500 on ball joint eliminators, don't.
For the viewers wanting to do this at home, we don't recommend the way we just did it. We got the Reid knuckles for the Dana 44 and then the American Iron ball joint eliminators. Ball joints are supposed to be press fit into the knuckle, but we found out that the lower ball joint eliminator
slides in.
And we think it's a Reid knuckle problem.
We think it's the Reid problem.
Because they seem to fit a stock knuckle. But, you know, whatever.
And Bobby has a friend with the same parts, and the same thing happened to him, too. So we don't think it's just us. So anyway, we talked to our machinist friend, and he has some special Loctite and put down on the lower ball joint cup, and it basically glued it in, and he thinks it'll glue it in permanently. So if that doesn't work, we'll weld it in.
A little fancy glue never hurt anybody on a race car, we hope. So the team went ahead with the installation.
Ball joints eliminated.
Many hours later, the moment had arrived to put the newly narrowed front axle under the frame at last.
This is the most expensive wheel rail that doesn't haul anything I've ever seen.
It's gonna haul something here soon.
First, the Solo Motorsports radius arms were attached to the front axle, and then the whole assembly was wheeled into place. What followed next was a fair amount of fiddling until the unit was in place at last, and the team was able to set in the lift springs from our sponsor, Wild Horses 4-Wheel Drive. After the springs, it was time for another big moment, dropping the mock-up motor into the chassis.
All right, here we are. This is our race motor.
Oh man, look at this horsepower.
Yep. I think it's the
The magical mystery motor.
magical mystery motor. Getting her set in old Victor here. She makes about -12.
Oh, tell the truth now.
All right, it's 100. Honest 100 at the tires.
Anyway, this is the mock-up motor.
I can't find the dipstick.
Dipstick or no dipstick, it was still a big moment when the engine dropped into place. While the boys bolted up the knuckles, Franklin took a moment to admire the palette.
Now look at all the colors. Red, orange, blue, chrome, rust.
And dirt. Dirt.
Next came the biggest moment of all, wheeling Victor's body in so it could meet the chassis for the first time. Would it be love at first sight?
The marriage of the body with the chassis. Matrimony.
But before there could be a marriage ceremony, there was more than a little prep work that needed to be done. The wheel studs were pressed into the Wilwood brakes. The tires were put on, creating a rolling chassis. At last, the body was wheeled into place between the lift arms. And at long last, after many months of work and planning, the marriage of the body and the chassis. followed a little gift giving. And a big celebration.
Your ejection seat?
Ejectocito, cuz.
After the party, the team made a list of next steps, then played a little more ultimate Tetris before heading home to dream about the day the body and chassis live happily ever after on the podium.